The Mad Trucker. Doing this live to address any comments or concerns about my video content like I do from time to time. And I'm going live early today. I usually do these around 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Uh, Depending on interest, that's really going to be the determining factor on how long I stay on. I want to thank everyone for coming into the live. If this is something that you're not interested in, if it's something that you don't have the mental discipline to participate in, I simply and respectfully ask you to just please scroll on. Because it doesn't cost you anything to watch. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to watch. It doesn't cost you anything to participate if you would like to participate. The only thing that's required is that you be a civilized, moral, decent human being and greet everybody in the room as such. With two letters, H and I. Hi, I'm the Mad Trucker. See how that works? Now, I'm setting up right now. I'm not going to be on that long today. I'm just going on to test the waters to see if there's anybody out there that has an issue with my content, has an issue with my channel, and the information that I provide and how I provide it, so we can have an open dialogue, a conversation, if you will, about it, and come to a logical conclusion, a reasonable conclusion, based on evidence, facts, not feelings. However, your feelings are valid, and I would like you to feel whatever it is you want to feel, because that's your right to feel whatever it is you want to feel. Um, so that being said, I'm the Mad Trucker. Um, I'm gonna be on for 30 minutes. If nobody comes into the live now, I'll be going back live. I'll be going live again at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. If your intention is to troll room, you are here to start an argument, debate, or a war, you're in the wrong place, because my channel is not a place for arguments, debates, or wars. And all of which, by the way, are synonymous with problems. And I subscribe to the philosophy of a one Russell Jones, who said, if I have a problem has a problem until it's gone. And if everybody had that mentality, we would have more conversations, less arguments, less debates, and less wars. It's all a matter of just taking off your shoes and, trying someone else's on and empathizing with their condition. Uh, Love covers the multitude of sins. Telling people the truth, not your truth. Love is the quest for being righteous. It's not the quest to be right, because there's a difference between being righteous and being right. And the Mad Trucker is not. I don't care about being right. I just care about being righteous. And the only way you can be righteous is with the truth. The truth. And thank you, Akash Terry. I appreciate you greeting everybody. And the instructions for the live, in case you missed it, to the person with the purple avatar and the white K, if you will simply greet everyone in the room with a civilized greeting, whether you agree or disagree, bare minimum, a H and a I, and you can proceed to ask whatever you'd like to ask. And if you can't do that, then this isn't the live for you, and I respectfully ask you to roll on. And no, I'm not a preacher. I never said I was a preacher. And Sir Otto Egg, uh, I don't know if the smooth brains are uh, bombing my live, but it's very simple. It's not unreasonable to ask. Just say hi to myself and everybody in the room in a civilized manner, and then proceed to ask whatever you want to ask, and we can address it in a civilized fashion based on the preponderance of the evidence. And then, like I said, if that's not your thing, if that's not your bag, you have a thumb. I know some people's brains are smooth and they don't know how to wire their medulla oblongata with their phalange, but it works like this. If you don't like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, if you go to my channel and read the channel description, which is the only requirement to Listen to my live. And if you'd like to participate, the only requirement is to greet everybody in a civilized fashion. If that's too much to ask, you might want to get your brain and your thumb wired so you can just swipe up or swipe down. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the comments. And Sir Otto, I've already addressed you to the person who said that Jesus isn't God. Be specific with your question. I'm not going to address it until you greet everybody in the room because I don't owe you anything. And you don't owe me anything. Let's see. And my day's going pretty well, Terry. Thank you for asking. And I hope you have a blessed day as well. I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a blessed day for the simple fact that I don't want something for myself that I don't want others around me not to have. And if my good day requires stealing someone's peace, belittling somebody, or putting somebody down, if you have to do that to have a good day, to your good day, have the day you deserve. Because what you do to others will come back to you. Yeah, it comes back. Maybe not today or tomorrow or next week, but it always comes back. Let's see if I can catch up. And Otto Egg, if I don't see two letters in the comment section, I'm going to go ahead and give you a prize. And I guarantee you're going to love it, Sir Otto Egg. You're going to love it. I'm still waiting for that greeting. And so is everybody else in the room that's civilized, unlike yourself, who's throwing a tirade right now. That's what it is. You're demonstrating your lack of mental capabilities. You got an F and follows directions. It's simple. Yeah. So simple that you can't do it, huh, Otto Egg? I could care what enjoy your burgers. You know, I could care less what you're doing. And you've won a prize, Otto Egg. You've won a prize. And I guarantee you're gonna love it. Enjoy your keto burgers. Don't choke on them glizzies. Now, where were we? No, it's not a demand. It's not a demand. It's a requirement. You see, what you have to do there, Circle K, is get a Webster's dictionary. Because I know you all don't believe in Google. So get you a Merriam-Webster's dictionary and look up the difference between a demand and a requirement. There are things that are required of you if you would like to participate in this live or run your phalanges in the comment section. And if you don't want to meet those requirements, then I will give you a prize like I did the egg guy in his keto burger. Asking someone to greet people in a civilized fashion is too much to ask. When I started this live, greeting everyone in a civilized fashion, regardless if you're black, regardless if you're white, regardless if you're Muslim, regardless if you're Jew or Christian, agnostic, Satan worshiper, I don't care. Hi, I'm the Mad Trucker. That's what civilized people do. And let you know, and this is evidence, that there are the majority of people in this country aren't civilized. They claim to be, but they're not. I know the Circle K isn't, because if you were, then you would greet everybody in the room and then proceed to say whatever you want to say. And it's not a demand, it's a requirement. If you can't meet that requirement, I'll give you a prize. Yeah. Work your thumb if you don't like it. Yeah. Nobody has a gun to your head making you watch me or listen to me. But you know what? If you do listen to what I'm saying and you research what I'm saying, you might be a better human being for it. I don't know. I know it's something that these people haven't tried. You might want to try it. You know what I'm saying? Because it does work. You might not think it works, but it does work. I want to thank the two people that stayed in the room. And I also want to thank all the people that came in and decided not to follow the instructions to troll my live. I want to thank each and every one of you for trolling and proving the point and providing the evidence that what I'm saying is valid. And you're triggered because you can't disprove the evidence. That if you cannot greet people in a civilized fashion, the problem is you. Yeah. It's not me. Now, Let's see if I can catch up with some of these comments. In Circle K, you're still throwing a tirade, and I don't see no greeting. And I'm very relaxed, Hornet. You know, I'm very relaxed. And thank you for greeting everybody in the room, Circle K. And I don't worship half man, half Zeus. Just for the record, um, Kadziku. I don't I don't worship Zeus. I don't worship half man, half Zeus. That's not part of my culture, and it's not a mark at anybody that does. So keep that in mind as well before you get offended at what I just said. Yeah, just remember that. Okay, I don't worship half man, half Zeus. I don't do that. It's not my culture. And I empathize with you if you don't know what I'm talking about. You can research the information and find out that the letter J didn't exist in any language until the 16th century. He didn't look like that cracker on that cross. Yeah, and he had nappy hair, skin like bronze. Feet as if they were burned in a furnace. Now, if you're a Christian, you have a problem with what I just said, your problem is not with me. Your problem is with your Bible and true historical facts. Like the fact that they took the entire book of Revelations out of the Bible when they came to colonize this continent that they call America, and they gave it to copper-colored people and called it a slave Bible. I don't know if that triggers you or not, but that's the truth. And as far as religion, if you and I drink a glass of water at the same time every day, regardless of what you call a creator, we're sharing the same religion by definition. Religion is just something that you do repetitively. Walking, breathing, life, and having more abundantly. That's my religion. If you want to say anything about religion, the best way I can answer your question, Circle K, respectfully, and I'm being respectful, okay? And if you choose to care, I doubt you do, but I'm going to answer that question. I follow the way of one that they staked for our transgressions, that they tried to unalive but couldn't. I do my best to follow that way, and I fall short. And I know I'm going to fall short, but I try anyway. Yeah, I try anyway. Try. Make an effort to try, which is why I'm doing this live. Because I don't mind if people don't agree with me. But if you don't agree, have some concrete evidence to disprove what I'm saying. Because if you can't disprove what I'm saying, what you're feeling is, even though it's valid, there's no real justification for it other than your ego. Because it brings you out of a comfort zone. It brings you out of a well-dressed lie that you've been told and that you believe. And I do appreciate you, sir. Let me get my glasses so I can stop calling you Circle K. And I doubt you even in the room anymore, but it doesn't matter. I do this out of the love. This is all for the love. Love is patient, it's kind, it's not self-serving, it's not boastful, it's long-suffering. I choose to go through this. And I'm not better than anybody else out there. What I'm doing, you can do too. And I'm not judging anybody. No. People judge themselves by their actions. Yeah. And matter of fact, if you want to get religious with it, Katie, if you really want to, the judgment. So what is your standard? I gave you my standard. Greet everybody in the room in a civilized fashion. And how many times did I have to ask you to do that? Kadziku? How many times? See, that's your ego. That's exactly, it's proving my point, because your ego won't let you say hello. You must demand that people bow down and do what you say and how you say, and if they don't, then you cut them off. And there's nothing Christian about that, or Muslim or Jewish about that. So you might want to check your faith. I'm just saying, you might want to open up that Quran, you might want to open up that Torah, you might want to open up that Bible and actually read the words. And if you are a Christian, emphasize the ones that are in red. Yeah. Because I really wish people would do what I'm doing. Well, I appreciate you, Zaki Vela. If you just greet everybody in the room with 2 letters, whether you agree or disagree, just greet everybody in the room by saying hi. I'll address everything that you type. but that's a requirement for the live. That and just basically reading my channel description and determining for yourself if this is something that you'd like to participate in. And you're more than welcome to come. If you exit the live, go to my channel, read my channel description, come back and just put a H and an I. And I'm not your boss, but you know, I'm not putting you out either. You're more than welcome, Zaki Vella. You're more than welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome to come to this live and participate. There are just certain requirements. And it's only two: reading my channel description and greeting everybody in the room in a civilized fashion. Bare minimum 2 letters, H and I. Because whether you agree with somebody or not, you can always greet them in a civilized fashion. Extend your peace unto them in hopes to get it back. You know, I'm just I'm just here doing what I do, and I appreciate you. Now that counts as a greeting. Thank you very much, Zaki Vella. I'm gonna go ahead and address what you say. You say you don't understand English language, but little. I think it's very sad. Yeah, it is very sad that people don't want to have conversations because conversations solve problems, Zaki Vella. And it is sad that people don't want to have conversations because they have a quest to be right and not righteous. There's a difference. What do you want, son? hmm And is there anything you'd like to add, uh, Zaki Vella, outside of the avatar? Because if you're going to bomb the comment section with an avatar, I'm going to have to give you a prize. And I really don't want to do that. What's up, Bandicoot? Thank you for joining the live. Thank you. Whether you agree or disagree, thank you. I appreciate your presence. And Zaki Vella, if you would just, you know, contribute to the conversation, I would appreciate it. If you want to bomb the comment section, I'm going to have to go ahead and respectfully ask you to scroll on because even though your presence is appreciated, it's going outside of the requirements for the live. And that's just to add to the conversation and not just, you know. It's an open topic today, Bandicoot. It's basically, there's only two things required for this live. First is, I'm not putting anybody out. First is, go to my channel description and read it. If it's something that you're interested in, then come back and greet everybody in the room in a civilized fashion. Okay, bare minimum H and I. Hello. Yeah. For me and everybody else in the room, regardless if you agree or disagree, because that's how we start conversations. You don't have to agree with somebody's point of view or their religion or any of that to have a civilized conversation with that person. Have a mutual understanding of what people subscribe to and discuss those things. And that's what the live is for. And I want to say thank you for joining. If you have any issues with my content, that's why I do these lives. There are people that put a lot of stuff in the comment sections under videos that I produce here on YouTube that they throw insults. You're wrong, but they don't provide any evidence that what I'm saying is incorrect or what I'm saying is a falsehood. Which is why I do these lives, because if you can provide evidence for any of the videos, any one of them, and I have over 1,000 videos on my channel, 1,000 shorts. If you can find one where it's not truthful, it's not honest, and you can prove it outside of your feelings, prove it with the evidence, then I will recant. I will be man enough to say, you know what, I was wrong for that one. That one really wasn't cool, and I will take that video down. And that's why I do these lives. And to this date, and I've been doing lives for over 3 years now, nobody takes me up on that. But what they will do is they'll come into the comment section and they'll start insulting me. They'll start insulting people in the room that are having a conversation. And instead of contributing, they come to disrupt people from having conversations. And they try to push their ideology, their religion on other people. And that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm going to allow anybody to do. Your faith, your personal truth, and there are three truths. Your personal truth is something no one can take from you. But if it's your personal truth, keep it personal. When I'm talking about personal truth, I'm talking about, okay, your religion. That's your personal truth. If you are a Muslim, be a good Muslim. If you are a Jew, be a good Jew. If you are a Hebrew, be a good Hebrew. You know, don't say that you're something and don't subscribe to what you say you are. And that's what kills me, because a lot of these people that troll my channel, they claim to be Christians, but their actions are not Christ-like. They get offended at the truth. I made a video about the origin of the police, based on the historical evidence, how police started in America. And instead of addressing that, people decided to insult me because they couldn't find any falsehood in the information that I presented. Like the Irish were giving their carte blanche to be slave catchers. Later on, those slave catchers became police departments. You know, this is historic. This is historic fact. Who broke it?
I mean, you didn't do it.
Okay, well, it had to be the little one. I gotta buy another mop. That's okay.
Either that or try to see if you can't glue it
Yeah,
or
try to
some
glue it
shit.
and fix it. I'll try to fix it, baby. I do appreciate everybody, for the ones that are asking, and it doesn't cost you nothing to listen. It doesn't cost anybody anything just to listen to what I'm saying. Nobody's holding a gun to anybody's head, making them listen to me, making them watch my live. I don't do YouTube for money. I don't do YouTube for likes. Likes are appreciated, but they're never required. If you'd like to sub to my channel, it is appreciated, but is not required. The only requirement is read the mission statement. If there's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in freeing yourself from well-dressed lies, or if you can find a lie in any of my content, then bring it to the forefront and let's have a conversation about it. And if I'm incorrect, I'm man enough to say, you know what, I did not know that. I'm wrong. Let me take that video down. But people get offended at truthful information. When you bring up things like The Delectable Negro, it's a book that palm-colored people wrote. That it's a recipe book that basically outlines how to cook and prepare copper-colored people. And regardless if you feel good or bad about that's a historic fact. It happened. And there's nothing that we can do as the generations that came after that to change that, outside of telling people that it happened so that it doesn't happen again. So that, our children don't make the same mistakes that they made. They don't live their lives believing something is good that's not, and believing something is bad when it's not. And they have the truth, not finding their own personal truth, but the truth. And the truth is critical. It's critical. It's concrete. It's solid. The truth doesn't move. Your personal truth can move. You might be a Christian one day and a Muslim the next, and then decide you don't want to do that and be a Jew or a Hebrew. Those are your personal truths. That doesn't change. But the critical truth does not change. The critical truth that they tried to nail up on the cross, whipped him, put a crown of thorns on his head, and stabbed him with a spear. That does not change. That does not change. And if you subscribe to Christ, then you shouldn't be offended at his words or anybody that says those words that he spoke. If you really believe on him. And that's not a mark at any other religious faiths. I'm just sharing what works for me, and I'm not selling nobody on that. I'm not pushing anybody on that, because it's your free will choice to decide to look into it or not. I'm not here to push religion, but I guarantee you, one religion that, like I said earlier, religion. If me and you drink a cup of water at the same time, we sharing the same religion, regardless if you a Hebrew and I'm a Muslim, or vice versa. By definition, I don't want to upset anybody, but the truth always upsets people that live well-dressed lives. And that goes back to my mission statement, the channel statement. And to the people that are here, I really appreciate your presence, regardless if you agree or disagree. If you're here and you're just listening, I appreciate you being here, whether you agree or disagree. If you greeted everybody in the room, said hey, yo, peace sign, something I appreciate you for being here. I really do. And no one can take that from me. No one can take that from you. That's how the truth rolls. We have to come out of well-dressed lies, people. And I'm saying we. And the we I'm speaking and referring to are those that quest for righteousness, thirst for righteousness, because they shall be filled. Yeah, one greater than me guarantees it. Yeah, and I'm questing for that. I don't want to be right. I want to be righteous. You can't be righteous upholding a lie. There are two laws. You have moral laws and you have immoral laws. Non-compliance to unjust laws is just as important as compliance to just laws. It's just as important. Evil men, yeah, there are evil men in the world, but there's something worse than evil men on the planet. And that's those that are indifferent when it comes to evil, regardless of what color skin that person is doing the evil. If you're indifferent because that person looks like you or that person doesn't look like you need to check your soul space. You need to check your heart. This is the heart. Check your heart space and ask yourself some logical questions. Some logical questions. Does it make sense to put someone in a box because they look a certain way and they ain't even open their mouth to say nothing? You're just looking at a person. You just automatically put them in a box and tell everybody this is what this person is. Is that moral? Is that just? Is that logical? Is it logical? That's highly illogical to me. I cannot look at somebody and tell that person, yeah, you're a good person or a bad person. And I don't know nothing about that person other than what they look like. And that's how the systemic system that keeps everybody screwed up in the heart runs. That's how it runs. Got to get you to believe that you're something that you're not. Get you to believe that you're something that you are not. And take pride in that. And defend it to the hilt, regardless if things have been done in the name of that thing that you claim. They did evil things in that name. But you still claim it, and you'll defend the wrong that they do. Defending evil is evil. Defending good is good. I do my best to defend what is tabah, or what you would call good. I do my best to try. I'm trying. You know. And how you doing, Carver? Thank you for greeting everybody, and I appreciate you joining today. It's just an open conversation that we're having. If you read my channel description, you're more than welcome to participate and ask me anything that you would like to ask concerning my video content or myself, depending on what you would like to know about me, because certain things are just for me to know. I don't share everything online. It's dangerous. Uh, But if you have any questions or concerns about my video content or about my channel statement, or, I'm here and I will answer whether you agree or disagree. You greeted everybody in a civilized fashion, man. I want to thank you, Carver, for being civilized. And that's another reason why I do these lives. There were 4 people that came before you that weren't. Yeah, so you're 1 out of 4. Really, you're 1 out of more than that, because when I do these lives, that usually happens. People start to troll and try to put me in boxes that I don't fit in. Yeah, I don't fit in your box. I'm not subject to your laws. I'm not. I'm holding myself to a higher standard. There's a spiritual law, that I try to hold myself to, and it will. And there are 4 major emotions in your life, if you're watching this, that you have to maintain discipline in. And it is a day-by-day walk, and it is a day-by-day struggle, but it can be done for those that pick up that fight. There are 4 major emotions in the human condition that you have to be disciplined in. Your emotions of love, hate, anger, and sex. Those 4 emotions. These are the 4 major emotions that you have to be disciplined in, because they can either make you or they can break you. That's why sex sells. They don't want people to be disciplined in that area, in that emotion. That's why women are objectified. That's why people don't listen to men or consider a man's what a man goes through. You know, that's the only thing that's logical, that makes sense to me, unless somebody has something that contradicts with what I just said. It's the only thing that makes sense. That's the why. If everything has a reason. There's a reason for everything. Time and place for everything, and a purpose under the sun. And they get to control you when they, throw your clock off. And they've thrown our clock off. They threw it off a long time ago. October is the 10th month. 10, right? October is the 10th month. But oct, O-C-T, means 8, like octopus or octagon. You ever think about that? Hmm? No, you good. You can play. You know, ask yourself these questions. Deca, D-E-C, like decimal. If you put a decimal, every number at the first placeholder, right, after the decimal going right is the tenths, not the ones, but the tenths. So DEC, Deca means 10, right? But December is the 12th month. Ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself these questions and come to a logical conclusion. That's what it's about. Um, what's another one? Okay. This is for people that read their Bibles. This is for people that read their scripture. Um, did you know that every day of the week is named behind a pagan god? Yeah. Saturday through Sunday, all of them named behind pagan gods. Let's have a conversation about it. The first page in the scripture, Barashit, what y'all call Genesis, says that the evening and the morning was the first day. Then the Most High creates. And the evening and the morning was the second day. The evening and the morning was the third day. The evening and the morning was the fourth day. And on the fourth day, according to Scripture, according to the Bible, the Most High put two lights, a greater light to rule the day, a lesser light to rule the night. And the Most High created and made everything seen and unseen, known and unknown, said, let them, that greater light, which is the sun, and lesser light, which is the moon, be for signs, seasons, months, days, and years. Goodbye, JK. Thank you for coming by. I see you're the one that's high. You're high on yourself. And what you can do is you can find somebody else to troll. Thank you for coming in. How ignorant you are and how comfortable you are in it. Okay? Yeah, I am high. I'm the Most High, my creator. I'm high on my nature. You're supposed to be high on your nature. You're supposed to live according to your nature. Yeah, no, I'm not smoking no dope. I'm not drinking no alcohol. I ain't snorting nothing. I ain't smoking nothing. But that's irrelevant. That's a diversion. See? You see how that JK person came in throwing insults? Happens all the time because truth triggers the wicked. Remember that. If to the one person that's still in this live, if you don't get anything from this live, and I don't care if nobody else gets it, if you get this, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Wicked people hate truth. Wicked people gaslight truth. They gaslight evidence. They gaslight in hopes to being worshipped. Yeah. I'm not one of them cats. That's not what my channel's for. My channel is for exactly what the description says it's for. And regardless if you want to believe or not, we all are victims of well-dressed lies. The educational system has failed us. The church has failed us. The government has failed us. Well, this United States government, I should say. But there's a government that we're all a member of, whether we want to admit it or not, and that is the kingdom. And whether or not you want to be in it or out of it. And it starts in the mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. So what are your thoughts? The fourth day, the Creator put two lights in the heavens and said, let them be for signs, seasons, months, days, and years. Our calendar hangs in the sky. It don't hang on the wall. In Revelation, it says, in the last days, they shall call the day night and the night day. They shall flee, and no man will chase them. How many times you ran late going to work to punch that clock? Doing 90 mile an hour, trying to get to the job because you don't want to be late. Who's chasing you? Who's chasing these people? Speeding, going to their job, running. Nobody chasing them. Just like the script says. Right? Anybody with a 9 to 5. Yeah, flee, and no man chases them. They shall call the day night and the night day. Okay. According to the calendar that hangs on your wall, when does the day officially end? At midnight. Midnight. And when you look outside at midnight, the sun isn't shining. But you say it's the start of your day. That's how they count them days on them calendars, right? Hold up. Call you? I got you, fam. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not judging anybody. Uh, Bandicoot says, so do you believe in time then? Because I don't. Well, time is an abstract concept. It's not about the belief. It's about whether or not it exists. You can exist inside and you know the human condition. I'm glad you asked that question, Bandicoot. I'm going to address that before I go ahead and help my neighbor out real quick and end the live. I'm going to end it on that question because it's a very good question. You know, they always talk about time as a subject, right? Okay. For you to tell me, Bandicoot, what happened to you when you were, let's say, 10 years old, you have to go back in time in your mind, in your heart, in your mind, to recall all of the events that happened to you when you were 10 years old. Now, to do that, you have to go what they call back in time. It's an abstract concept. See, our creator exists inside and outside of time. We exist in time. Right? But our time isn't like our creator's time. Because one day to the creator is 1,000 years. And 1,000 years to us is one day. That's what I believe. To me, that makes sense. They say that the Most High created the world and the earth, the universe in 6 days. But that's according to our creator's time. And that's a scale that we cannot fathom because we exist in time. But doesn't mean we can't move forward or backwards in it. You can make plans for tomorrow, right? You can plan to do something tomorrow, right? That doesn't mean you're going to live to see it. But everything that's happened to you up until that point has already happened. You can't change. You can learn from it. You can do better or you can do worse. And it's up to the individual. And I want to thank you, Bandicoot McWilson, for that question. And I'm at 38 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign off. May the Most High God bless and keep you, each and every one of you. May the Most High countenance be gracious unto you. The Most High smile on you and give you shalom. I'll be back at 2 Central Standard Time.